Welcome to the digital arena where the air is thick with perfume and the desperation for rankings is higher than a skyscraper. Roro starts us off, gripping that microphone like it is the last piece of chicken at a buffet. Maintaining that professional idol gaze, she's giving us a smile that says I love you, but her eyes are clearly screaming for everyone to hit that vote button before the timer runs out. The leaderboard on the right is scrolling like a stock market crash, but Roro stays composed, proving she is a master of the live broadcast hustle. Next up is Soya, who looks like she hasn't slept since the invention of the wheel but is still determined to serve peak visual energy. She mentions her health is struggling, which is idols speak for. I am literally running on caffeine and a dream right now, so please be kind. Despite the fatigue, her voice remains as gentle as a lullaby, making the audience want to send her a digital blanket and a million hearts. It is a classic case of the show must go on. And Soyeon is the poster child for professional perseverance. Under the bright studio lights, the host chimes in with a voice full of concern, reminding us that being a K-pop star is basically an endurance sport with better outfits. Then we have Celine, who enters the frame looking like she's ready to deliver a State of the Union address on why she deserves the top spot. She's talking about her effort and expectations, using hand gestures so expressive they could probably be seen from the back of the moon. Every time that system notification dings, you can almost see the gears in her head calculating how many more points she needs to win. She's sincere, she's motivated, and she's probably practiced this speech in front of her mirror at least 300 times this week. The camera pulls back to reveal the Grand Cutie stage, a place where dreams are made of neon lights and questionable furniture choices. The host is hyping up the crowd, claiming a total reversal is possible, which is the television equivalent of saying, don't change the channel yet. Sarah and Yerin are sitting there looking like the world's most photogenic best friends while the host gushes over their undeniable charm. Jung Young-so jumps in with a greeting so fast it makes a Ferrari look like a tricycle, keeping the energy levels at a dangerous high. The host introduces the next contestant, as the studio gears up for another round of high-stakes self-introductions. Yerin picks up the mic and drops the Oppa card, instantly securing the loyalty of every fanboy currently watching from their bedroom. Boom, the background turns pinker than a strawberry smoothie, and the vibe shifts from polite talk to absolute dance floor domination. The music hits, and suddenly we are in a high-octane dance performance, where gravity seems to be more of a suggestion than a law. She's moving with the precision of a laser, while the other members in the back are just trying to keep their phones steady for the gram. It is a whirlpool of energy, hair flips, and synchronized cheering that makes you wonder if these girls are actually powered by batteries. The host is practically losing his mind, claiming his heart has been snatched, which is a bit dramatic, but we'll let him have this moment. Now we move to the host desk where Yerin is proving that she can talk as fast as she can dance, all while keeping that perfect idol smile. Studio light is so bright it's basically another member of the group at this point, reflecting off every shiny surface in the room. She's selling the dream, the ranking, and the interaction, handling the professional host duties, like she was born with a mic in her hand. Suddenly, it is time for the twerkpocalypse, as one member decides to show off her moves while the rest of the group acts as a hype squad. The screen is exploding with geometric tunnels and rising numbers, making the whole scene feel like a fever dream directed by a DJ. The collective screams of "oh my god" from the other members are probably loud enough to wake up the neighbors 3 blocks away. The performance continues at a frantic pace, with blue and white lights flashing like a disco ball that's had way too much espresso. Some members are standing, some are sitting, but everyone is 100% committed to the chaotic energy of this mid-broadcast dance break. It's a masterclass in how to turn a talk show into a club scene in under 30 seconds, leaving the viewers at home breathless. And just when you thought things couldn't get any more intense, Sahara enters the frame to deliver a fatal dose of AGO cuteness. The 3-shot pose is complete with heart gestures and face pinching that is scientifically proven to lower your blood pressure instantly. The background is floating with heart particles, and the group chant is so synchronized, it's almost scary how cute this whole thing is. Back on the couch, the members are trying to catch their breath while Yuban prepares to take the spotlight for the next segment. She launches into a cute dance challenge, surrounded by digital heart stickers that make her look like she's living inside a sticker book. The viewer count is ticking up because let's be real, nobody wants to miss out on this much concentrated sweetness on one screen. Then reality hits. A member complains that their legs don't feel like their own anymore, which is the most relatable thing said all day. The air horn blares, signaling that the queue time is officially over and it is time for some serious electronic dance music to take over. The lights turn purple, the hands up loop starts, and everyone on the sofa starts vibrating to the beat like they're at a festival. Hanstar walks out with a high ponytail and an expression that says, "I am here to destroy this stage and your heart at the same time." Her movements are sharp, powerful, and perfectly timed to the heavy bass drum that's currently rattling the studio's windows. The white-clad member takes over the hands-up challenge, bringing a softer vibe to the power moves but keeping the energy just as high. It is a relay of talent, where each girl tries to outshine the last while the colorful confetti of digital effects fills the entire screen. By the end, everyone is exhausted and high-fiving, looking like they just finished a marathon while wearing designer high-fashion outfits. Yerin returns to the center, trying to explain the rules for the 1029 challenge while a gentle piano melody tries to calm things down. She's promising a miracle, which in this show usually means someone is about to do something physically impossible for digital points. And there it is, Yubin starts the frog jump challenge. Yes, we are watching a K-pop idol do high-intensity plyometrics in a short dress. The jump. Chants from the other members are relentless, and Yubin's face is a mask of pure, unadulterated competitive determination. She finishes and collapses on the floor, because apparently, this show is secretly a boot camp designed to test the limits of human cardio. But wait, Koton is up next. She jumps in with a Goen Baizhechun, ready to prove that her stamina is just as legendary as her singing voice. She's hopping across the reflective floor like a rabbit on an energy drink, while the LED tunnel behind her adds a weird sci-fi vibe. Fast forward to the blue-white stage, where the whole group is gathered under the massive QD crown, looking like a royal court of pop. Yerin and Sarah are holding golden microphones, which is a subtle way of saying they're the ones in charge of this beautiful chaos. Sungyu is throwing out some sassy comments, reminding everyone that while they're all friends, the ranking list is always watching. She spends the next minute giving enough fan service to fill an entire year's worth of TikToks from winks to hair flips and finger hearts. The pink heart particles are everywhere. It's reached a level of cuteness that shouldn't be legal, but here we are, witnessing history. Suddenly, the lights go black, a legend sign appears, and we transition from cute picnic to hardcore, raving 0 seconds flat. The bass drops so hard you can almost feel it through the screen, as the girls launch into a dance routine that's pure, raw aggression. Yerin is in the center of the storm, leading the pack with a performance that justifies the Goji in label flashing on the screen. Han Minja takes it even further, waving a fire gun around while the crowd screams her name like she is a rock star in a leather jacket. The screen is flashing purple and pink, and the whole stage is a blur of golden confetti and high-stakes choreography that never ends. We get a series of rapid-fire close-ups, capturing every drop of sweat and every intense stare before the music finally starts to fade. Yerin takes her final bow, gasping for air but still managing to look like she could do the whole thing over again if the points were right. The show returns to its peaceful blue-white state, with the girls waving goodbye, probably dreaming of a very long nap and some fried chicken. Wait, we're not done. The stage is back with pink and purple lights, and the girls are lined up for one more round of synchronized magic. A burst of yellow and green ribbon explodes, because apparently, the budget for party favors on this show is absolutely bottomless. The music stops. A giant notification pops up about the 1000-point gift, and the host's voice returns to remind us this is a legendary moment. The mood shifts to traditional silk fan mode, proving that these girls can do elegant historical concepts just as well as modern hip-hop. The blue fans create a wave of fabric that looks like water, before the whole thing explodes back into a golden shower of confetti rain. One final bow, a thank you to the fans, and the screen goes black with an electronic glitch effect that feels like the end of a video game. But of course, there's a remix because in K-pop, the party doesn't end until the lasers say it's time to go home. The final ranking board shows a staggering 53,462 points, which is a lot of digital love for a group that clearly worked their souls off. 6 members in black and white take the stage now, with a viewer count of over 66,000 people watching their every move. Han Minjeong is leading this unit, moving with a level of confidence that suggests she knows she's the main character of this segment. The confetti hits again, and honestly, the janitors for this studio deserve a massive raise for dealing with this much paper every night. Hanso takes the mic looking calm while a giant yellow grid of numbers appears, turning the show into a high-stakes game of idol bingo. The host is shouting 8 is open, and 18 is open, while Hanso prays she doesn't have poop hands today. The numbers keep lighting up, the tension is building, and every ding sounds like a jackpot at a very glittery casino. Lucky number 7 appears, but then, the luck runs dry. Hanso looks defeated, as she realizes the key isn't coming out this time. She thanks the fans for the 3 million points anyway, proving that even a poop hand can still be a very wealthy hand in this game. The group goes out for real this time, walking off a stage that is now mostly made of paper scraps and the dreams of 1,000 fans. Sungyu is back in a red dress, looking like she's ready for a gala, but she's actually just here to do more adorable fan service. Olet is excited, talking at 100 miles per HR about being the ending fairy, while the tip jars continue to ding in the background. Then comes the EDM. Olet hits the center stage and the sexy 1009 icon appears, signaling that things are about to get spicy. The screen splits into 3 because one Olet isn't enough to contain this much hip swinging and shoulder shrugging energy. One last explosive finale, and the girls are back in the lounge, laughing about the song choice like they didn't just break the internet. Solmin and Yukon take over the couch duties, talking about their final thoughts on the show with a mix of sincerity and tactical cuteness. Jeong-eun-so joins in asking for snack rewards because being this pretty is apparently very calorie-intensive work. The music ramps up for the final Oh My Mistake dance marathon, featuring white lace dresses and more pink hearts than a Valentine's Day store. We get a rapid-fire rotation of different outfits, academic style, white knits, and even a bit of dark sweet black lace. The floor is covered in digital rose petals as Soman finishes her set, looking like the protagonist of a very expensive romance novel. Yerin takes the baton, dancing through a red-themed stage that looks like a high-end fashion commercial before switching to a blue Second Earth theme. She goes through a mid-air costume change, turning into a cool rap star with isolate moves that are so sharp they could cut glass. And the finale of all finales, the wedding theme. Yerin appears with a veil and a bouquet, asking "Will you marry me?" to the entire chat. The screen explodes into a collage of every outfit and every style we've seen so far, ending on a high note of cheers and applause. Songyu is back for a victory lap with her flower bouquet, looking genuinely happy while the other girls cheer her on from the sidelines. She's talking about honeymoons in Las Vegas, which is a bold choice for a K-pop idol, but in this wild broadcast, anything goes.